Welcome back to Greg's shop. A good buddy of mine is building a 30 by 50 building. The guys are just showed up. It's a little bit before 7 o'clock. I've got a couple time-lapse cameras, one set up on his RX-7 there, another one on his little garden tractor here. So hopefully we'll get some time-lapse of this and give you a full montage of what's going on. And I know there's a lot of guys interested in building shops, so hopefully we can sort of learn from Greg's project here. Alright, so we're back the next day. This telehandler really did make a mess of the yard. He's gonna have quite a bit of work cut out of for the little tractor trying to smooth this out. But as you can see, the building is quite nice. It's 30 by 50. It's got 2 man doors and 2 roll-up doors. And I will have... Alright, so this is Greg, the owner of this beautiful building. He's going to give you a quick summary of, what he had to go through to get this, so here goes.
So I started researching this a couple years ago, but anyhow, got serious early last year, 2020. Did a little bit of research as far as what I wanted, stick-built, concrete, or metal. I'd seen some from Hurricane Michael. I'd seen some photos and stuff of how pole barns and everything else and how they were affected. Decided to go with the red iron. So once I figured that out, started getting some quotes. Went and talked to, I've got a loose HOA in here, so went and talked to them, make sure what I was looking at was going to work for them. Talked to the zoning department to see and confirm my setbacks, get a general idea of where I could put the building, and then also the permitting office. Signed for the building, I believe, in May of last year. It was like, a couple $6,000 deposit up front. That gets you the engineering plans, so those get sent in. In the meantime, I was having site work done. There was 6 or 7 trees that we took down. A couple just because I was worried about them falling on the building. A couple were actually in the kind of the footprint or right around it. So going through that, brought in a bunch of dirt, way more than we wanted to, because when he started digging down, found just a bunch of organic soil, didn't really hit anything. So I think it was 11 loads of dirt. Go start through the permitting process. They say I need an elevation certificate, even though initially I didn't think I did because it's not an inhabitable dwelling. So that made them, I think, bring it up 18 inches or something. So another 10 or so loads of dirt brought in. Trying to schedule with the concrete guy to get him out here, and when he did, it turned out to be a really nice job. That has to sit for 30 days basically to cure before the building can be put on top of it. That got pushed out and delayed due to they were, I think, trying to find the Gertz or Perlins. They were having a hard time getting those. That showed up. Had a little bit of, you'll see in the time lapse, had a little bit of an issue where my main beams, the 6 main parts were wrong for a different job. So they had to swap those, bring mine back. But really, I mean, once they started, it was Wednesday, first thing in the morning Wednesday, and they closed out Saturday night. And it went up quick. I'd recommend having somebody do it after watching these guys do it, between running the lift and everything else, the high lift. I don't think it's something I'd want to take on, but the only thing I learned is everything's more expensive than you think it is. It's a big shop, but I'm worried that I should have went bigger, but realistically, I think it's going to be great for what I'm going to use it for. One thing to look at is going vertical is pretty cheap. I think the difference of going from like 12 foot to 16 foot was like, a couple $1,000s maybe in additional cost, instead of, as you get wider, everything, more concrete, more everything. So probably should have planned ahead, maybe put some plumbing in the slab and electrical, but that kind of complicates getting the permit all at once and the final, versus now I'm doing electrical afterwards. So really it's good, I'm happy, but it's a big step and quite a bit of money. So
all right, well, that's it. This is, like I said, it is an outstanding building. This is 30 by 50 with the 2 big bay doors and 2 man doors. So next is some lighting. If anybody has any tips on lighting a tall building like this, or any sort of recommendations, I'd appreciate it in the comments. And anything constructive is always welcome. So Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I hope you're having a good weekend.